All right, welcome in everyone. Farmer Cop here for episode, what are we on? Episode 2 of Dawnridge, I believe. But yeah, we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. We've made some good progress. I did a couple contracts off camera. Oh, and it's upset about this. Yes, I get it. Okay, contracts. I thought about doing that baling one, but that's gonna be a lot of work. Not a ton of money for it. So yeah, okay. I mean, things are fine. I think we're going to fast forward a little bit just to see where that gets us. It's the day after the last episode. Oh, there we go. It's 12:01 right now. Let's just go to like 5. Just to see where we're at. All right, let's go ahead and hop in here. Contracts, plowing. Ooh, no, I don't want to do that. $7,300 is pretty good though. I'd hire a worker to do that. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. We'd have to borrow the equipment. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. That's going to take a long time to do that. It's not going to be a ton of money either. We have almost 100 grand in the bank, which is honestly pretty awesome. Our fields are all looking pretty good. I think we just go to the next day then. I really want to get to where we can actually harvest our fields. And we need to actually, the other thing we need to check is when is the time to sell wheat? January. Okay. We have a little bit then until time to sell that. I'm hoping that harvest for wheat will be on that day as well, around that time. But anyhow, okay. Let's just go to the morning here. Let's go. Ooh, goodness gracious. No, I don't want that. Like, you hold it down, it like went faster, which is kind of interesting. There we go. Get us at 10 a.m. Oh, we can see kind of where we're sitting with everything. The chickens go through not very much food every day. Okay. How are the chickens doing? Yeah, see, out of the... yeah, they're making pretty good progress on getting some eggs for us. They use barely any of that grain, which is great. How are contracts looking today? Just sowing on that one. Is that... Oh, it's barley. Oh, gosh. You know, we might as well just do that. We can just borrow the items on that. Get that one going. Yeah, I just have some work on that. I was hoping for a wheat contract, because I'm assuming that's going to go towards our accomplishing our sewing mission to get 30 grand, which would be incredible. Actually, I am curious. Will it let me sow the wrong crop on there and then re-sow it with barley? Let's run a little test. We going the right way? Yep, okay. I see where it's at. It's just that one back down there. Okay. We'll go around this way. I'll bump our time up a little bit as well. 5 times seems pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I'll see if it lets me put wheat down, because this is a direct drip. Well, I also should... It's a good question. Do direct drills exist in this game? Let's make sure. This is the one. Additionally, the seeder is posited to seed directly. Okay, perfect. So that means yes. Well, let me hire a worker. Oh, it will. All right, so first off, we got to see in the challenges. 2.61. Okay, let's see if this is going to do anything. Even if we fail the contract and pay $400, that might actually not be bad. Well, if we really don't want to seed it correctly, but I think we can seed it correctly. All right, it's letting us seed wheat. 2.66, that's going to do it. All right, we'll let that happen. That's good then. It's actually a terrible idea if you want to make the money off of it, because I'm gonna have to reseed that, and that's gonna cost us a bunch. But how much does that pay out? It doesn't pay out a ton either, does it? 2,600 bucks. I wish you could do a second or a second contract. Gosh, I wish you could do a second contract, because you're kind of stuck just kind of waiting if you're using workers. I guess you could do it yourself, but harvesting. Oh, that's from I was like, we haven't sold anything. That's from our extra that we get from contracts. Anyhow, our money will go down a little bit for that. We need other ways to make money on the side. I honestly think forestry is a great way to go about it, but I just don't think, I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't trying to buy it. Thankfully, it didn't let me. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff in here. You forage harvesting, that's kind of interesting, actually. What can you do with the chaff? You can't make silage out of it. I don't think. There's no... Yeah, I don't think you can. At least in this version of the game. That's crazy, the price difference in those two. Combinations. What can I haul? Actually, quite a few trailers. Okay. Yeah, we need a lot more money. Which, in order to get money, we need to make it. It's crazy that this is the... I would need $790,500 to get started on forestry. I think it'd be good money, but that would just be a lot of work to get there. All right, I think we're just kind of stuck with what we got. Obviously, you can see the contract's not being accomplished, but our challenge is being accomplished. So we'll let that seed over that, and then it's not going to get us all the way up to the 30,000. I don't think. I don't think you can seed over the top of the same thing. I guess, yeah, if you had a field, I guess you could keep just sowing wheat over top of it with the direct drill, but we also need to make money, so yeah. Yeah, once this finishes up, I'll get it actually sowing the correct thing, and then I'll probably bring you guys back in after that, because we're kind of stuck here doing some things. I might get a couple other contracts done, and then, yeah, I'll bring you back in later on, but yeah, I don't really have much for you right now. All right, I got some contracts done and all sorts of fun sort of stuff. I got a decent amount of money, actually. It's a new day. Chickens are doing good. The reproduction failed because I did not allow them to reproduce, which is okay with me. 521 eggs. We're slowly getting close to a full pallet over there. But before we get too far, actually, one thing I want to mention. Apparently all of our wheat's ready to harvest, which is awesome. So we can actually get that turned over pretty quick. Let's get probably the biggest field harvested first. I guess that makes the most sense, maybe-ish. But yeah, we'll get that done. Perfect. This guy can get ready. Let's go ahead and detach that. I guess cultivating is going to be the next thing, which I already have our cultivator doing some work. So I guess I'll hook you up to the seeder so you're ready for the next part of the next thing. And the one thing I will notice, or will mention as well, when I was doing this field down here, or no, this one. Was it this one? I don't know. Whatever field, I think it was this one, actually. Yeah, it was this one. When I was planting wheat here and then replanted it with barley, it made me do the barley by hand, for the most part. It did like 2 rows and the worker wouldn't work. So just be aware of that. If you're going to do what I did, just, yeah, be aware of that. I did end up doing one of the plowing contract that was up over here as well, which that doesn't make any sense. I literally just plowed that field. But whatever. There's actually quite a bit of stuff to harvest. There's barley. That's 2 fields of barley down there. What's this one? Cotton. That's grass there. I guess that's not super special. And then what's this one? Cotton. So 2 cotton fields, 2 barley fields. So not too bad. I'm okay with that. I mean, I guess I don't really have like a choice. And we're going to continue to grow wheat on our farm because, well, we got to plant so many hectares of wheat or acres of wheat or whatever. Now, I really want to buy this field right here, but we're still not enough. This field right here. That one is 157,000, which is ridiculous. The fields are so expensive, and that's the cheapest one. I think this one's, what is this one up here? 202? Yeah. That one's what? 257? 248? Yeah, so that's the cheapest field to add on to our collection of fields, which is crazy. And I have scrolled through all of them, which absolute insanity. So anyhow, we can't do anything just about yet, but this guy's at least ready to go for when it's time for him to start seeding over here. Once that cultivating's contract down and this field's harvested, we'll get the cultivator over here. I guess actually, instead of a seeder, I probably should grab the trailer, unload the harvester. That's probably actually makes the most sense. Let's do that instead. Go grab the trailer. Hey, I hope you guys like that I'm doing a series on here. I've never done a series on a mobile game before, so it's definitely something new for me. But I've been enjoying recording on here. I've been enjoying playing on here, too. It's just not something I'm used to playing. It's basically like playing a new game for me, or like a very... like me playing Farming Simulator 25, but a very simplified version of it, which is a pretty good way to describe the mobile games anyways. But I kind of dig it. We could potentially, too, since we're going to do so much straw, would it be worth it to get a loading wagon or a baler? Let's take a look. So, balers, we don't have to worry about. Those are expensive. $70,000 versus how much is the cheapest forage wagon? 77,000, so it's a little bit more, but oh, I think we do that. I think we have to do that just so we can start. I'm trying to think if I care that much about straw. How much straw are we possibly going to get off of a field? So I just don't think it's going to be worth it. It's going to take forever for it before it to be worth it. We're actually making pretty good progress over here. Got the edges. We're doing good here. Plenty of wheat too, actually, in there. We couldn't do anything about the weeds because we don't have that. That's actually what we should get next is a weeder. I didn't want to go. Yeah, let's go in this menu. How much is the cheapest weeder? Can't get. Yeah, so that's actually probably what we should invest in next is an Amazon. Well, how about this? I'd say a field first, then maybe a sprayer, and kind of go from there. But yeah, field probably first. This is still going to take a while for this to happen. Wish you could set to like less. Not windrows, headrows, headlands is the goodness gracious. But yeah, anyhow, any other contracts we might want to take? There's just these two here. That's the one I'm doing right now. It doesn't pay very good, but $1,800 is $1,800, so we'll take it. And I have been keeping an eye out too because I've been wondering like, is the wages like a big problem compared to contracts? Not really. If you look at how much we're spending on contracts versus the wages to have workers do them for the most part. Especially if you also include the fact that harvest income at the top there is part of the contract income. So, yeah. But yeah, we should be able to get this eventually. I think that's still 3 more times we have to do wheat on our fields to get that to actually work out for us. But at least it grows really quickly. And the good news is, isn't it next month? January, isn't it? Yeah, January is the good month to sell these. So next month we should get... I mean, the prices are looking pretty good right now, to be honest. $12.24 versus that. That's honestly pretty good. We might just sell them off. Maybe we'll see if those go up a little bit, the ones that are on their way up there. We bump this up to maybe 30 for a little bit, see how that goes. Maybe not 30, doesn't have to be 30 right now. Do 10. 10's pretty much in the middle there. Not really, but you know, you get it. Alright, so hope for the best for that. You're going to be full actually pretty soon, which is crazy. We're going to get a full load off of just this field. And then where are we probably going to sell? Grain elevator. That's pretty close to us, isn't it? Not the grain elevator? Yeah, that's great because... Okay, you're at 80% now. Let's get over to you. Yeah, that'll be good because oh, we don't have to actually drive that far from our silo. Because we don't have a very big trailer, so we're not going to be able to haul a lot at a time. That's not quite full, but that's mostly full, so we'll just go dump this. So we're just going to put it in the silo for now anyways. We're not quite ready to do anything selling-wise. Yeah, it's sad that there's no storage for, like, loose hay and straw and stuff like that. That'd be kind of nice if there was. We should actually do really good off our harvest. Make a lot of money. Especially with how much we're doing. I mean, this is our largest field, to be fair, but still. Prices still going up slow but sure. Yeah, because that's already, what, $12,000, $13,000 worth of stuff right there. So, definitely better than doing contracts in terms of what we're making money-wise for the work that we're doing. Which is a good thing. I mean, that's how it should be. And once this guy's done with this field, we'll get him over. I guess we could harvest too. We could do a little harvesting. We can probably do this, and we can do this. We can loop around and get that last row. It does make me sad that we're not doing anything with the straw, but I mean, it's just the amount of straw we would have to haul to be worth it to buy those pieces of equipment would be absolutely unheard of. And I had done some research. I can't figure out cruise control. If you guys have commented how to do cruise control on here on the Switch 2, I think there is a way to do it on the mobile phone, but I don't think there's a way to do it on the Switch, or not the Switch 2, the Switch original. I'm not on my Switch 2. I'm on my regular Switch. But yeah, so I don't... Pass me car, that's fine. Go. Get this field done here real quick. And then once again, that cultivating contract is kind of taking up our equipment right now, but once it's done, we'll be able to get them over working on what we got going. This is actually going to be a lot faster than doing it with the worker, because we don't have to do as many turns. We're just going to go up and down. That's just a way better way to do this. I found too with harvesting contracts, if you're doing those, you get about half the value of the contract, especially for the cheaper ones. At least half the value, like the $3,000 to $4,000 or $5,000 contracts. You get about half of that in harvest income as well, in addition to contracts. So those seem to be typically pretty worth the while doing, anyways. Actually, what, 3 more rows after this? I feel like this, I don't know. Sometimes you gotta do partial rows, I guess. It is what it is. There we go. That should knock out what we need to there. And then 1 more row should do it, I think. Could be done about that cultivating contract about the time we're done with the next field, I think. Right about there. I'd like them to be done sooner, but it just kind of is what it is. Just dumping straw on the road, don't mind me. And this should be the last row here. And we get on over to the next field. We're pretty close to full as well, so we'll have to probably unload here soon. I'm assuming it'll stop you once you get full. we go. Just a little bit there. We'll pick that up though at the end. Oh, there we go. It did stop us. That's excellent. They didn't really stop us, I guess, is the wrong word, but we didn't have to worry about wasting any crops, that's for sure. All right, let's go empty that guy out. And that should be, yep, there we go. Okay, we'll finish up harvesting real quick then. That not, what row did we just do? I guess that's a partial row there. We'll get back to that one. That's okie dokie. Nope, didn't want to get out of it. There we go. Yeah, decent harvest. I thought it was going to be a little bit more, but again, I also have to remember we did our biggest field first. But I mean, I think they only grew for like 3 days, so it's not like it took very long for that to happen. We'll knock out that little strip over there, and then we should be done with the harvest. But yeah, 3 months is pretty quick for stuff to grow. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I didn't know how long it would take on the mobile game. I was a little worried it would take similar months to like the full version of the game, but I guess this makes sense that it'd be a lot quicker. That's always a plus. Okay. I'm just gonna switch him back to worker so we don't have to see the lines. And we'll just drive this over to the silo. Put this in there. We gotta drive back this way anyways. Figured the cultivator would be done by now, but not quite. Go. We'll park this off over here. Back it back into that little shed area. Out of the way. This is a full load of wheat, so we'll probably just stage this near grain elevator. This is where we're going to sell eventually. Alright, just put you right here. I don't want to drive up on there because it'll start selling, which is not what I want. You are so close to being done with this. Who's sowing? Please be wheat. No, it's soybeans. Alright, that's fine. We can do that one still. It's not a bad one to do. And we'll collect that. I want to get this guy working on the next... Working on cultivating our field first. Before I do anything else crazy here. Get you over here. Nope, wasn't what I wanted to do. That'll work. Okay, and then contracts, we will borrow items for that. Perfect. And we'll just get you working on planting soybeans. This contract. Okay. There we go. I remember back in the day when soybeans were a seeder item, when you could plant them with a seeder in Farming Simulator. That actually might have been on the previous version of this, but yeah, that was something that changed with Farm Sim 25, I believe. Oh, bummer. I'm not upset that they added them to planters, but I'm upset that they took them away from seeders. I think it's up this way, isn't it? Yeah. Oh. Not mean to do that. I don't even know what I did there. Teleported to one of the places on accident. Okay. Come on, get up there. Get up that hill. Alright, you can work on this. That way, you know, we're just trying to have as many things happening as possible. More things happening, the better on the farm. At least the more things that are happening that make us money, I guess I should say. Okay. Let's go. Try to speed up time so we can get to where... Do you have any cultivating one? That's a good cultivating one there. They'll probably lease that equipment because that's a 6-meter cultivator. That'll make that a lot faster. Our cultivator will be busy. This one will be done before our cultivator's done with all of our fields. So let's see what prices are looking like. 12.12. We'll stop at about 4 or 5 o'clock, somewhere in there. See how prices are doing. 12.13. And then we can sell the wheat off now, which would be great. Our chickens is the only other thing we need wheat for, and I mean, that's enough wheat in there for them until the next 3 harvests we probably have, or 2 harvests we have at least. We don't have to worry too much about them. 12.15. Still heading on the way up. Yep, go ahead and save it. That's fine. Save it. A little upset about it, but you can save it. 12.16. What was that other one? 12.24 on its way down. Oh, I went down. Sorry. Yep, there we go. It's still going up. It'll just be way too convenient to sell it right there, so that'll just be a lot better for us. 12.18. Coming soon. Guess I can hang out here. I don't want to go past about 5-ish. 12.19. Barley sells for quite a bit, which is crazy. I mean, again, the only reason we're doing a lot of wheat stuff is that just, yeah, just helps us out for what we're doing. 12.20. Looks like that's probably going to be 12.21. It went up a touch more. I don't want it to start going down. 12.22. I'm worried it's going to start plummeting. Which 12.22 is really good because 12.24 is the max it possibly is supposed to be at, but let's go show current price again. 12.23. I think we call it there. Go back down to like real time for that. Oh, no, I didn't want to unhook that. I always do stuff like that. Okay. Now we got some wheat to sell, and then we'll probably close out the episode after that. Our first selling of things and what have you. How much are we getting for one load? 9,792. That's pretty good because we got another 1.5 loads to go, which is great. Wish we had a bigger trailer, but not as much as I wish we had more money. Go. There we go. Select that. Okay. That over here. It was a good harvest, good yield, good stuff like that. Just kind of rinse, repeat. Then in addition to this, we also get the $30,000 bonus eventually for planting that much wheat. Be great. That's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm excited to see what other bonuses they pop up soon, because I'm assuming they're going to put new ones out every week or so. Yeah, 4,400 left. We'll grab the rest of that. Easy peasy. Sell this off. This will be another, what, 5 grand? Just under 5 grand, maybe? Somewhere in that range. I'm going to go just under 5 grand, I guess. My quick maths in my head. Oh, just over 5 grand. Okay, alright. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. Okay, that's all set. So this guy can be set to do seeding here in a minute. We'll park this guy off. It doesn't really matter where I put this stuff too much. We don't use the trailer very often. Let's just put it in one of these sheds. Oh, that's not working for us. There also are collectibles. I don't know what the collectibles are end up being worth, but maybe we can go hunt some collectibles in one of these episodes. That might be a good thing. Normally not something that, like, I engage in normally on the normal farm sims, but this one I don't. Who cares, you know? Who cares that much? Alright, that's good to go. It's set to wheat. You're doing your thing. You're doing your thing. So once he's done, I'll move him over and we'll keep moving along the route. So, yeah. But for now, that's what I got for this episode. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.